Most people spend their lives searching for the answer, never realizing they are the answer. If the idea of a predefined purpose feels suffocating, prepare for a revelation. This video is your guide to not just surviving, but thriving in a world without inherent meaning. It empowers you to create a purpose richer and more profound than any you could simply inherit. There's a feeling that visits on a quiet Tuesday afternoon or maybe a Sunday night. You have done everything right. You have checked the boxes, the education, the job, the responsible life, but a voice whispers from a deep, quiet place. Is this it? It is the silent dread of a life lived by someone else's rules, a perfectly constructed cage you helped build. You feel lost not because you are off the path, but because you have followed it perfectly and found it leads nowhere you truly want to be. But what if I told you that feeling of meaninglessness is not a curse? It is a key. In the darkest place imaginable, a Nazi concentration camp, a psychiatrist named Viktor Frankl was stripped of everything. His family, his home, his name all gone. Surrounded by death and absurdity, he should have shattered. Instead, he discovered a terrifying secret. Staring into the abyss, he realized his captors could take everything from him except one thing: the freedom to choose how he responded to his suffering. He could not choose his circumstances, but he could choose his attitude. This is the brutal, beautiful core of existentialism. The universe does not owe you a purpose. There is no grand script, and that is not a tragedy. It is the beginning of your real life. Frankl, in the midst of horror, created his meaning. His purpose became to survive with dignity, to offer a piece of bread to another prisoner, to imagine himself one day lecturing to students about the psychology of the camps. He was not finding meaning. He was forging it from the fires of his own despair. You are probably thinking that is a hero in a death camp. What about my life in this fluorescent lit office? But your camp is different. It is the soul-crushing meeting about synergy. It is the pressure to curate a perfect life online. It is the quiet desperation of conformity. Like Frankl, you are radically free. The philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre called it being condemned to be free. You are the author, and every single day you are handed a blank page. Imagine Anna, a marketing director. She is successful, but feels like a ghost in her own life. During one endless presentation, Frankl's realization hits her. Her purpose was not to be found in the next promotion. She felt her shoulders drop as a lifetime of pressure dissolved. Her job, once her identity, was now just a tool. It was the funding for her real purpose, the one she was about to choose. That weekend, she did not quit. Instead, she started a small workshop teaching kids in her neighborhood how to code. The tedious job was no longer her cage. It became the fuel for her freedom. The struggle was not meaningless anymore. It was the price of admission to a life she was finally writing herself. So, the first step is to ask one terrifying question. Ask yourself, if no one was watching and I could not fail, what problem would I choose to solve? That question is the key. Subscribe for weekly stories that change how you see yourself and the world, where ancient wisdom meets modern psychology through unforgettable narratives.